This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Normandy, do you copy? We're under attack!
Incoming transmission from Novaria.
Normandy! Are you there? Repeat, requesting immediate aid! Please!
Request denied. Setting new course for Caliston.
Many decisions lie ahead. None of them easy.
Man, I forgot that was even there. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Mass Effect. In the last episode, we were scanning planets when we were asked by the Alliance military to check into some geth incursions. First one we had to go inside of the base, but we got 3 more to go. Hopefully we can do it with our skin intact. But yeah, that little trailer there, I'd forgotten about that. I left the main screen on, listening to the music while working on something. I was while I was editing, and I forgot to turn it off. And and that started playing. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this thing. It was in the game, but it was like a teaser trailer for the game, like a few years before the game actually released. The problem with that teaser trailer is it makes you think that, like, as Shepard, you're supposed to, like, choose between different locations over the course of the game, and it'll have consequences by what you choose, but that never comes to pass. And I'm trying to think if there's anything in any of the games that represents something close to that. Kind of in the second game, near the end, if you take too long, but other than that, I don't think the third game has anything with that. Like, the game lets you at any pace go to all these missions, so, like, without any negative consequences. I think maybe the Dragon Age games has something like that, but they never did in Mass Effect. But anyway, today we're gonna go to Tereshkova and to the next objective. Oh yeah, the trailer also. Did you notice the trailer has Ashley and Garrus? Yeah, like if you look at the box art for the original game, I think it's like Shepard, male Shep, Ashley and Garrus. So they were kind of like, they might have been some of the first characters designed outside of Shepard. Maybe that's why they're there. But you can tell that they were like the poster characters. Like Kaiden is in there, Rex is in there, Talia is in there. You know, so I don't know. Like I said, it was probably that teaser. It's probably there. It's just as part of their, just kind of to, you know, get people excited for the game that wouldn't come out for quite a few years after that, though. So first, we're checking out Hunsalara. Looks like it's a dumping ground for charge drive. The trash planet. Huh? All right, there's a secret asteroid around. Oh, there it is. There's a secret asteroid, a carbonaceous asteroid. A dark asteroid of mixed carbonaceous materials, radius 42 kilometers. Oh, we found a medallion. Medallion recovered. While scanning the asteroid field in the Tereshkova system, you picked up some anomalous readings. After some daring maneuvering by Joker, a small team was able to recover some debris from one of the larger rocks. Among the items discovered was a League of One medallion. The League of One. The greater good. Potamolaris? I know they use like a lot of different languages and terms for to name a lot of these planets, so a lot of them will be from languages I won't be able to pronounce correctly, so oh well, that's just how it is. It'll blow off, huh? After a few million years? Well, that's just chump change. Heavy metal! While scanning the planet, you found a small deposit of iridium. Now I'll probably never get tired of saying heavy metal or doing something similar to that. Thegus? It's similar to Beetlejuice, except that's how Beetlejuice is pronounced. At least the star, anyway. In the movie, you can pronounce however you want because that's just how it is. But I think it's supposed to be either I think it's supposed to be like Betelgeuse, or I think it's Geuse is supposed to be Geis. I think is how most people pronounce it. I believe. I could be wrong though. But anyway, looks like it has gale force winds across the Terminator. Okay. I don't see Arnold there, but heavy metal surveyed. While scanning the planet, you detect a large deposit of mercury. Let's see. The planet we're supposed to actually go to is Antibar here, but we'll check the other planets first. Sol Marine? Gray gas giant. Sodium in the air, huh? Ugh. I already have enough salt in my diet. Thank you. Actually, I don't even have a diet, but you know what I mean. Diet is in general eating habits. Mawinor? That's got to be ejected in a few 100,000 years. Hurry! Get everyone off the planet! Well, I mean, better safe than sorry. I guess get prepared early. Let's go to the sun. Ah! Just don't stare directly into it, viewers. Antibar. Ooh, a cold world. Great. Well, bring your fur coat, viewers, if you're into that thing. Deposits of magnesium, so there might be something here to dig up. Yeah, it is dangerous on foot, not because of the weather. Let me tell you that much. Alright, like the other planets, it's going to have quite a few things we can discover here. It's got a couple of threats here. We're going to go after the... oh yeah, we're going to go Garrison Tolly, because they are the... Oh yeah, I forgot about that little detail there, like what their stats are overall, but anyway. Yeah, I believe they're the best. Actually, technically we could take anyone, because we don't technically have to find any of them on foot. But I'm keeping with theme, because this geth incursion, the base is outside, so we don't have to go into a base to fight them. So you could technically fight them on the outside if you want the best experience. I'll try to kill some of them off-screen, or not off-screen, sorry. I'll try to kill some of them with the Mako and then out of the Mako, just to show like the experience difference between the two. But the base is over here, but we're going to get that first. There's actually quite a few things to discover, like in a circle here, but it'll be faster to go to the geth base, and it is one of the more dangerous, well, one of the many dangerous encounters of the place, so I feel like that one takes a little bit longer than the other one. The other one's a little easier as long as you know what you're doing, but accidents can happen, so you never know. But I should be confident enough in my abilities to do this. But we'll get to it when we get to it. Oh yeah, I gotta make sure my squad is upgraded. Let me see what I want to do with you. I mean, since we're still dealing with geth, maybe keep doing geth. Too bad you don't have like a... Until we get some an Omni gear for you, there's really no good way to reduce your cooldown rates. Could put it into dampening and increase your range with like electronics or overload, so you can hit more people. Or we could try getting his weapon up to so we can start getting him to use, so you can actually get bonuses to sniper rifle damage. Yeah, we'll do that. And Tally will get you up to keep doing hacking. I want to get you up to advanced hacking, so I can at least hack the oh, I forgot what they're called now. The Turians that are like, basically like kind of Turian version of Krogan. You know, the big dudes. Are those Armitages, or am I thinking of something else? I know we've fought them before, but I keep... It goes by so fast while trying to kill them that you're just like, you're just like, die! Because, you know, they're like Krogan. They're powerhouses. They'll just charge into you and melee you to death. And do like a ton of damage, especially on the harder difficulties. But that's why hacking is really good, especially if you can get masters, so you can weaken them and then hack them and use them against the other geth. Oh, it's glorious when you can get those guys against the geth, because, you know, like I said, they're powerhouses, so they'll just attack and charge them. Well, if the AI is working properly, anyway. Usually it does. Whoops. I mispressed a button. I must have mispressed a button or pressed it too slow or something like that. Yeah, the great thing about these is that you can fail it and you can just do it again. You don't have to slap Omni Gel or anything like that on it. Oh, we get some explosive incendiary explosives for our grenades and some hardened weave. Okay.
Just lead the way.
By the way, anything I grab is random. Oops. Is randomized, so it's not guaranteed. You might not get the same drop as I do. It's based off usually what type of, like the fact that it's an upgrade type is usually the same, but what upgrade it is not going to be the same, so it's random. It's also based off Shepard's level. So it'll be like it said, like 2 and 3 there. At a higher level, might it be 4 or 5, depending on what ranges. I forgot what ranges the levels when it changes from one to the other. The only reason I'm going over the mountain here is to survey the base, as you can see down there. And you can get up a couple of good pot shots if you attack from this high. Well, apparently the enemy can pot shot you too, because the Colossus there almost hit us. Well, almost, but AI is like weirdly smart in this game, sometimes depending on the difficulty. But okay, let's see if we can hit a couple of... I think I should be able to hit a couple of you here. Oops, let's back up just a little bit. Hit the, there we go. Yeah, this one can be dangerous because they'll slowly whittle down your armor. But luckily with the Armitage's cannon. So you see I'm getting like 12 experience and all that for killing them with the cannon. As soon as we take out the Colossus, I'll show what happens if you kill him outside of the Mako. It's a big difference, by the way. And I could start with Armitage. I don't know why I'm calling Armitage. It's a Colossus. But these guys are kind of a pain to deal with inside. Actually, I might have to get out of the... Actually, since I got rid of... Actually, let me see if I can lean in a bit more. It's based off the cannon's like actual dimension. So yeah, you have to actually figure out like the angle of your cannon to be able to hit things properly. Okay, I would have hit it if I was... No, I can also shoot with the gun too. It's just usually the cannon will most likely hit the... Oops. The angle of the vehicle. I could probably drop off now. Okay. Now the big threat here is obviously the Colossus. If I remember correctly, you can hack the Colossus. You just have to have master. He hit me. You just have to have master hacking, and that's definitely going to be helpful against one encounter on the planet where Liara is. That's actually one of the main reasons why I haven't. Why I might do that one last, just because of that. Okay, let me see. Now that we can get out of the vehicle. Oh, by the way, the vehicle can still get attacked while it is... oh, right. I'm only going to do this for these guys because after we beat these guys, another encounter will occur. Okay, let me tally. Okay, there we go. Let me show, since I'm not going to use this anywhere else, let me go and hack you. So I can have you shoot the other guys. Oh, did they kill him? Oh, but see, when he died, I got 31 experience instead of 12 experience. So that's almost triple what you can get for those guys. So anyway, let's get back to the cars quickly. So yeah, that's why you almost want to get the dropship is coming down. There is one stage of the game where you can actually see the life bar of the ship. I don't. Someone might have to let me know. Can you actually destroy the thing? Because I've tried attacking them before, but obviously I never do enough damage. And by the time that I actually encounter them, they've left. But yeah, see, that's why sometimes it might be interesting to consider getting out of the Mako and killing these guys. Because like I said, you almost get triple the experience. But with my 10% experience and everything, we've been taking quite a bit of damage. Uh-oh. No! Run! Okay, I was playing that a little too loose, folks. That was a bit dumb. Alright, and unfortunately, I don't think I have enough Omni... Wait, did that hit me still? Okay, well, let's wait for the... Okay, so I was playing that a bit looser than I should have. Unfortunately, the shields will eventually regenerate over time as long as they're not damaged. The actual damage to the vehicle will not heal, unfortunately. You have to actually use Omni Gel to fix your vehicle. So that's one reason why you might want to break down. That's why the game gives you so many items to break down, is so you can heal your vehicle as well as use it to get past certain decryption blocks, like ones you fail or ones you just don't want to mess with. Okay, I should have enough shields to attack them now, but yeah, that was a bit loose and dumb of me, because they can eventually weed out. Oh, crap. Yeah, I should have let it. I could probably break down some of my stuff and heal it, because I think you need like 25. Yeah, I think. Oh no, I can. Okay, I thought you need. Oh, it's 15. Okay, never mind. I thought it was 25 that you need to repair the Mako. You can repair some of the shields as well while doing this. And interesting enough, there's an interesting side note about one of the skills you've got. The electronic skill actually bases how much your hull gets restored during combat. So outside of obviously doing overload and your shield capacity, but it also heals your vehicles. That's a nice little extra feature. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, I probably played this a bit looser than I should have. So it was the shock. Okay, those are shock troopers. That's what they're called. See how my shields are already down? Yeesh. Yeah, sorry. I should have prepared maybe a bit better for this. Yeah. Oh well. Sometimes you make mistakes. Usually I would not get out of the vehicle to attack or back up a bit, but yeah, every time I step out of the vehicle, they've already run my shields down. Now the angle of my cannon's too high. I could run in their melee style, but they'll do the same thing. They'll blast my shields away. Not instantaneously, but there we go. Get a couple of them before we. Oh, there's shock troopers and there's prime. I think they can both be hacked if you if you use the AI hacking on them, or at least if you get to advanced or whatever it's called. Or is it master? Oops. Sorry, I always forget like which number is which. Advanced. I think advanced can get them, and then master is for like the Colossus and stuff like that. Sorry, this is kind of like they keep zapping me with their.
We're halfway there.
All right, we're done. Yeah. Okay, that was not the smoothest. I could have done that. Yeah. Oh well. Can't cry over spilt Mako blast parts. And that ain't even the last of the threats on this planet. There's two. The other one can be dangerous. I'm not saying it isn't, but if you know what you're doing, you should be fine. But you know, like I said earlier, accidents can happen. Kind of like where I lost all my shields and almost died in the Mako. So, but that's on the hard difficulty. If you're playing normal and casual, you'll most likely never have that happen. But you know, you never know. So just be careful. But I always say if you're playing on those difficulties, getting out of the Mako will definitely level you up faster. I think that's how I was able to hit max level the first time I played the game, which max level on the first time you play the game is actually lower than from subsequent replays, because you have to unlock the achievement to increase your Shepard level. I think you're... Oh, sorry. Magnesium was there. I think you get... I think you can only get to like level 50 or 60 the first time you play the game, and then the next game it's 10 levels higher. So yeah, you almost have to replay through the game twice anyway. So, which I already did, so that way I can show you all that stuff and show you what max level can be. We should be able to hit max level by the end of the game, I think. Although I'm not min-maxing like I do, so we'll find out for sure. Okay, there is. Oh, I go this way. I don't know why I was going weirdly off in the distance like that. Weirdo. Yeah, over here should be like a Prothean disc of some sort. So let's just... I love the weather, just the weather that they do here, the blowing winds and all that other stuff makes it realistic, playing in the snow. Oh no. Herbie Hancock's writing his name in the snow. Or no, John Hancock. I don't know why I said... I was thinking John... I was thinking of... what was it? Not Black Sheep. What's the other? Tommy Boy. For a second. It's not John Hancock. It's Herbie Hancock. Hey, what's that over there? Oh, it's like a ship. Oh, let's check it out. Let's get the... Whoa! What the hell is that thing? Brush them off. Oh my god, it looks like a big old insect. Oh, yeah, glitch there. Now, this thing can be really dangerous if you're not aware. There's a couple things about this thing. One, it'll keep popping up out of the ground. If you're close to it, it might insta-kill your car. Or if you get too close to the thing, it'll insta-kill your car because it'll like slam down on the ground and just, well, maybe on the easier difficulty it might not. But on this difficulty, definitely will. The difficulty about this guy is, other than being able to insta-kill you if you get too close to him, is if he hits you, he'll shoot you out at you. I think he did that earlier. I think I moved too much to do it. But if he hits you with that goo, it instantly attacks the Mako itself. It does not attack the shields. So, like, my health at right now, it'd kill me if he hit me with that goo. You can run away from this. Oh, ow! Oh, he slammed into me. Dang it! Yeah, see, I didn't move far enough, and he hit me with his no. I keep getting too close. He keeps popping up like right on me. But yeah, if he hits me with anything, whether it be his body. Ah, man. Well, luckily I survived that. Damn. He keeps hitting. He somehow keeps hitting me with when he pops up out of the ground. I keep thinking I'm moving enough that he won't do that, but I guess I keep getting unlucky. Well, I'm making this harder than it's supposed to be, by the way. So you can run away from him if you leave this area. He will only chase you to a certain point. But yeah, I can't believe I got hit twice by him popping out of the ground and all that. So the only reason I keep moving is because I'm afraid he's gonna shoot that goo at me, and instead he's got another phase after he. I think he gets another little bit of HP after he gets killed or gets hurt the first time. He's almost down. I'm trying to be super careful because I don't want to get too close to him. There we go. Oh nope, he's got a second phase. He gets to go back 30 feet. Nothing we can't handle. There we go. Got him. I think you get an achievement for killing a Thresher Maw, if I recall, the first time. Whew. Man, the reason, it wouldn't have been so bad if I hadn't taken so much damage from the geth the first time. So you might want to consider fighting this guy first. It kind of depends, but, oh yeah, I don't need my weapons out. Alright, let's check this out. Discovery. The vehicle and the human corpses show the telltale signs of geth weapons fire. The geth have been mangled by the Thresher Maw. At least they got what was coming to him. You get what you fucking deserve! But that's the last of the threats, so luckily we will not die from environment, so we can leave the Mako burning, and it'll automatically get healed when we go back to... I mean, technically, I could have gone back to the Mako, gone back to the Normandy, healed, and then re-dropped again. Because with the geth, as long as I could have left the area. I don't think that resets the whole encounter. I could be wrong, but I could have left completely, and then re-dropped back in and tried to do it again. But that would have taken a little bit with the loading and everything. The Prothean data disk recovered. Searching the ruins, you discover a Prothean data disk. It must have been dropped by one of the Thresher Maw's many victims. Well, now it's dead. So, ha. Yeah. Saving that thing. Yeah. But that won't be the last time we find a Thresher Maw over the course of our adventures. Apparently those things just like to live on different planets. Who knew that Thresher Maw's ecology would be on multiple planets outside of a race that can actually have space travel. I think there's a codex entry of why there are Maws on multiple planets, but I forgot the details. It's either because they can actually either because people keep grabbing their eggs or whatever get onto other ships and they get dropped off by traveling ships maybe, or it could be like a Lavos situation where the Lavos spawn just spawns into space until they hit some type of foreign object, and then they eat the planet from the inside. Oh, I'm actually spoiling a game. Well, anyway, I was going to make a joke about time, but never mind. I didn't want to spoil that game for those who haven't played Chrono Trigger, which I kind of already did, but if you haven't already, why haven't you? It's a great game. It's one of the best art action. Well, I don't know if I call it action, I guess, because it's still RPG-ish and it's still turn-based. It's probably one of the best turn-based RPGs of all times, really. I mean, I don't think I'm overhyping it. Most people put it on it's their top 10 list for best games of all times. At least RPGs, anyway. In most reviews, it's usually Legend of Zelda, Link in Time, or no, the SNES Legend of Zelda. Anyway, heavy metal. You successfully surveyed a large deposit of mercury. But yeah, I think it's the SNES Legend of Zelda that's considered one of the top. Usually that gets #1 in most games. Well, I guess for most retro gamers. I guess modern gamers, if you talk to most kids, they probably say Fortnite. Ugh. Sorry, I don't want to talk about those types of games. Well, it's not really beyond my time just because I still play games, but I'm just not a fan of those types of games. I play those games once, and then I immediately stop playing because I'm like, oh, that's all there is to this, and then I go on to someone else. And everyone's always surprised when I do that with certain games. Like, I tried that with World of Warcraft. I played that for an hour, and then I said, oh, maybe I'll come back to it later. And then I never went back to World of Warcraft. And that was when it was first coming out, when everyone was super into World of Warcraft. It was super popular. Everyone was playing it for hours and hours and hours. And I was one of the few people that was like, oh, you're playing World of Warcraft? Oh, okay, cool. Can we do something else? You know? And everyone's like, what are you talking about, man? And that was back in the day where boss battles took raids would take 5 hours or some crap like that. Really crazy. Anyway, the last deposit is over here. Should be able to get at least another planet or two done. Jeez. Oh, Mako. Why are you so silly? Why did you do the voice of Aku and Samurai Jack? Well, and a lot of voices over the course of the years. But anyway, lithium deposit. Oh yeah, and if we fail this mineral thing, we would just have to do it again. That's all. There's no light metal surveyed. You successfully surveyed a deposit of lithium. There's no there's no failure negative oh, you failed to do this, you don't get to mine it, or you don't get as much or something like that. It's no, it's just we just have to do the mini game again. Oh well. So that's nice, at least. But anyway, alright, that's it for Tereshkova. We've got 2 more to go. There's technically a 3rd one, but that won't unlock until we do all the rest of the planets. So let's get out of this system. Hopefully I'll be able to get all these before the end of the episode. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't take us forever with the, oh yeah, let's go to the Hong system. Hong if you got him. But that one geth thing did take me longer than it probably should have. Oh well. Alright. This one has no hidden stuff. Okay, I was just checking if there was any hidden like items or anything like that. Tregear. Treasure. The ice dwarf. Ah, no one touches a dwarf. Light metal surveyed. Scans from orbit detect a deposit of lithium. Alright. Pommel? Pamal. It is Pamal. Ancient fossil life, huh? Oh, maybe we could find some Jurassic life. Except that's only Earth-based stuff. And besides, in the Jurassic Park movie, most of the creatures in it didn't even, that were mixed together in it, didn't even come from the same time periods. And actually, I think most of the dinosaurs in that movie didn't even come from the Jurassic era, which is kind of funny. Theshaka raids? Theshaka. Let's see, there's a Matar. That sounds like something from like Klingon Society or something like that. I don't know why. Qatar. Where's it? Matar. No magnetic field, huh? Oh, you can't. So you can't just. So you can't make this a dumping planet, basically. It's minty green. My favorite. Oops. My favorite type of toothpaste. Actually, I don't like minty flavored tooth. I just want straight toothpaste. I just want to clean my teeth. I don't care. Matriarch's writings recovered. Scans of Matar revealed debris from its destroyed Asari freighter. Further scans uncovered a body which was brought on board. Dr. Shock examined it, but learned nothing but its origins. Among the Asari's personal effects, however, one of the Matriarch's Dillinga's writings. Another thing I liked about the game is when you find stuff, you don't have to do like some major cutscene. You can just like do like a little bit of dialogue that tells like it even gets some of the other characters on the ship doing something, you know. And obviously they're doing things, because you know the ship has to run smoothly. But I like the fact that they mention other crew members doing things while you're doing things outside the main mission or surveying or whatever. So the pre-garden world, huh? Oops, sorry. Give you a few seconds to read that. Lichen and algae. Oops. Ooh, it might be habitable, huh? I can't land though. See, well, let's land. Even though there's a pro. Well, it's because we're a Spectre, so we can do whatever I want. All right, this one's got a few. Yeah, this one's got an outpost and a couple other things with the geth too. So we might want to. Oh, and once again, we want to do. Sorry, I was looking at my notes here. We want to choose Garrison Tully. The best couple. Anyway. Looks like it's raining fire. Alright, Mako. Try number 2. Or try number 2. I don't know why I said that. Alright, yeah, see, the Mako's healed and everything, so I love the sunset there. Yeah, sometimes I just gotta learn to, like... Yeah, it's like raining. The raining debris. Well, it did say it was gonna rain debris, but I just love the details in the background, stuff like that. Yeah, like some of the stuff may be, like, reused and whatever, but I don't know, I just like it. Okay, anyway. So, the Geth outpost is right there, which, luckily for the mission... I think you can come here without the Geth... Oh, no, wait. I think if you go in that galaxy, I think Alliance military contacts you anyway, so never mind. I was about to say maybe it wouldn't be there, but... No, I think as soon as you enter the system, Alliance military tells you about the Geth thing, so... Alright, I think we want to do... Let's see, where are we now? Okay, let's get the deposit, and we'll get to the Geth outpost, get that out of the way, just because it's more dangerous. Because if you, like I said, if you fail, you have to. Oh yeah, I forgot this planet was kind of annoying because of all the rocks I have to go. I could climb out the mountain, but that would take forever to do, so we're gonna have to go around. Yeah, there's quite a few things here. There's like 2 deposits, some debris. I think another Legend 1, I believe, and a signal somewhere. I don't know if it's on the map already or not. Let me see. Oh, yes, it is. So, I think everything's... Or, actually, most of the stuff's highlighted. The only stuff that isn't highlighted is the deposits. Huh. Interesting. Well, good for our sensors, I guess. I guess it makes sense that the, oh, is it... Oops. Wrong button. Nope. Nope. Wrong button. Actually, do I even need to get it? Oh, it's right before the... Crap. It might be right before the mountains. Hopefully it's not. I don't think it's on the mountains, actually. And I don't think there's a charge. Too bad there's not like a... At least I don't believe there's a charge, like, ability on the ship that I'm aware... Whoops. No. Oh, well. What can you do? Okay, we'll get the deposit and then go around the mountain, because I really don't want to climb this thing. Because it'll take me forever to get over it when I could just go around. That's right. It's like right. Oh, the bait of my existence. Rock climbing. Actually, I rock climbed when I was in the Boy Scouts. It was fun. I never... The way you're supposed to do this is you're supposed to kind of like go back and forth, like kind of a... Oh, I forgot what they call it, where you kind of climb the side of the mountain more or less than like kind of than going straight up it, because obviously that's not the most effective way to climb a mountain. I think it's like called running the ridges or something like that. Anyway, Sumerian deposit. At least that's what it says there anyway. Rare element surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a deposit of Sumerium. Wait, what? What did you say? Did you say kill them all, Tali? Are you psychotic? Well, depending when it comes to the geth, she is. We may have to find this man now. Let me see. Let me see how my zigzagging works. Well. Oh yeah, there's supposed to be another. Yeah, I fell down. There's another survey or another ore, which is kind of like right there, give or take. So yeah, we're gonna try going around. See. Yeah, I wish they put like a charge function in here where you could just like speed across the way with the Mako, like bulging out the engines or something like that. But no, not in this game. Not even in the later games as well. The Mako kind of got pretty much dumped after the first game for all intents and purposes, which is kind of sad. This is kind of where the more RPG part of the game comes in, is when you're exploring with the Mako. It kind of reminds me of like going... I mean, yeah, there's not... A lot of planets don't really have that much of the way of encounters when you think about it. And there's no random encounters, obviously. Actually, weirdly enough, most Western... Well, I don't know if I say weirdly. But interestingly enough, most Western RPGs don't deal with random encounters. Although, a lot of modern JRPGs have almost gotten rid of random encounters completely. Most encounters are now either select view or you can see them on screen. Like kind of like the difference in Lufia 1 and 2, for example. Yeah, and unfortunately because of the geth, yeah, did you see one of those geth shooting at me? You saw that big red beam of light? Yeah, the geth outpost is around here somewhere, so... Because of the jamming. Prepare to be jammed. Okay, it looks like it's another standard outpost there, so we'll have to be careful this time and not... My car's still going to drop down. It might be easier just to kind of pop in from below. Oh god, that was not a good drop right there. All right. Man, I'm getting really unlucky with the blast. Man, he must be just in like a weird spot where I can't hit them. Usually I like using the cannon because it gets splash damage, so usually you can hit quite a few of the them inside the thing because, you know, but I'm getting pretty unlucky actually. Weird. I guess I'm just in a bad spot, I guess. Yeah, see, I'm not even hitting him. I'm barely hitting him, so I'm trying to kind of run up. Oh man. Uh-oh. Shoot. Yeah, sometimes if you're not paying attention, you'll like get stuck or whatever. Okay, I might have to get out of the vehicle. Oh, by the way, if you get out of your vehicle and, like, for example, use the Mako as, like, a shield, it'll still take damage. So if you... It can't be destroyed if you're not in it. But if you step out of the vehicle, or step back in the vehicle after using it as a shield, it'll have no life, and it'll have, like, 0 shields. Yeah, don't try to use the tactic of hiding behind the Mako for protection. I thought about that. I did that the first time, thinking, oh, that'll work. Nope. Okay. Let's get overload. So as long as we can. Did I kill him? Nope. Oh, well. Okay. Okay. I'm basically doing this so I can wait for the Mako shields to restart or recharge while I'm on the vehicle. Ow. Crap. Yeah, on harder difficulties, I had to be a lot more careful about everything. Might hack you. Come on, Telly, hack him. Aw, what? You can hack this guy? Oh, I think it's because I didn't aim it correctly. Yeah, if you miss aim it, you can you can miss. Usually you can tell if you hit it is if you see that triangle there, if it hits in that triangle, it hits the target. If it doesn't, it misses. So yeah, which is a bit messed up, but what can you do? There we go. Okay, let me see if the Mako's got enough. Most of it. Well, it's a good deal with shields. I might be able to run on in, and I believe this one also gets a drop ship as well. Oh, did you see him, like, his body just fly? Fly, you sucker, fly! Nice, I think. Okay, yeah, but dropship up here, so I want to get... Oh, no it isn't. What? Uh-oh. Oh, see, there's the geth, like the HP. No, yeah, I want to know, has anyone actually destroyed the dropship before it runs away? Oh, well, I'm trying now. Because most times I wouldn't be able to... usually it runs away by the time I destroy it, so... I wonder if you're supposed to... If you run on in, it, I guess I could... Because I don't remember ever being able to destroy these dropships. Usually they run away by the time I get there. Or, you know...
Just one more out.
Nice. Well, it still runs away like a little bitch, but... Yeah, you run! Anyway, by cheap-shotting it, that's a... The only problem is they drop a bunch of shock troopers, which are pretty dangerous at higher levels, so... Alright, let's see. Yep, nice. Aha! Yeah, you get like, I think you get like 70-something experience if you kill them at... Oh, kill the normal ones outside, and then you get like 100 or something for if you... Aha! Technically I could have ran because they said we did what we needed to do, but I want to get the experience. So, you're right. That one wasn't as bad as the previous one, and there are no thresher moths here, so we don't have to worry about that. So, let's get the deposit here. Yeah, this plant might take me a hot minute to get through just because of all the rocky terrain and everything like that. All right. Oops. Come on, lay flat.
Heading to position.
Come on. All right, and we can put up our guns, Tally. You're good. You're cool. But yeah, as soon as Tally hits like master level hacking, these guys are gonna be no problem at all. Well, and by that time we'll probably have rare elements surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of uranium. But as soon as she gets that and overload unlocked, and we get a decent omni tool for her, where her cooldown will be ridiculous. Well, usually I like to use the cooldown. The Omni tool that has the highest cooldown rate on her, so that way she can get her abilities off more faster. But yeah, as soon as we can get overload access quite regularly, reduce its load time and everything like that, oh man, Tali will be a house. Well, at least in this version, anyway. Most people say Tali gets kind of worse as a not a character, but as a squad member, because she's not as useful outside of the first game. Well, I mean, that's based off your perspective, but on a, I don't know, on a hard mode, or the hardest difficulty, I think it's called Insanity in Mass Effect 2 as well. In Mass Effect 2, there is, although if you play Insanity mode, you really need to play, you actually have to pay attention to your allies' abilities and like that. And there are actually specific allies that are useful for specific missions in that game. I might try to, if I ever do Mass Effect 2, I guess we'll see how I feel or when I do it, or how people view this one. I'll do it. I'll play it eventually. It's just, you know, it depends on like the only reason I played Mass Effect 1 now as opposed to like later or earlier is just when, like I said, when the Legendary Edition came out, I was like, you know what, it's like, you know what, this will give me a really good reason to anyway, we're fine. Nah, it'll be fine. Yeah, the only reason I did that is because it was the Legendary Edition came out, and I was like, oh, you know what, this gives me a really good reason to play the game again and record it, you know. Heavy metal surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of gold. It's my gold. It's my gold. Okay, that's it for. Okay, so yeah, the only 3 left things on this are already highlighted. So let's go to the anonymous signal. I wonder what's there. It's not like we've encountered something like this before, like on other places, but I'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? I know the Thresher Maw appears. No, it's not that. Like, this place is too rocky for a Thresher Maw to appear. Usually you can tell Thresher Maws appears if you have a really large... If you have something you can explore, and it's a really large open area, then you might be coming across the Thresher Maw. Yeah, as long as you keep... I mean, like, when I showed him off, obviously maybe I didn't show the best example. But really, as long as you keep... Oh, well... If it isn't obvious on the map there, you can tell that there's enemies there, so we're going to be attacked by something or someone. So, but with the Thresh Maw, really, as long as you move around and everything, it's fine. I just got really unlucky. Because the whole point is to move around so you don't get... Whoops. Okay. Okay. Wait, Mako? Mako? Game? 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 Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This ain't good. I got stuck. Wow, I didn't think I could... Whoa, really? Okay. Wow. I got stuck so badly I had to reset. Well, I don't think that's ever happened to me before. Usually I can get out... Usually the AI is supposed to... or the way that the design of the Mako is, it's always supposed to flip you over to a reasonable position to move. And it's supposed to do that automatically. So, like, for the most part, I never got stuck. That was like one of the very few instances I got stuck. That is surprising. Well, the game. I never said the game was perfect. Yeah, it has its issues, especially if you play this now as opposed to playing the Legendary Edition or playing the later ones. You'll probably think this game is vastly inferior to the other ones. I say nay. Just because it's older doesn't mean it's inferior. Heck, people still play Nintendo and Super Nintendo games, and some people consider those classics, so I don't think that's a good excuse. Now certain eras of video games are kind of a little wonky when you think about it. Like, PlayStation is kind of that. PlayStation in that era is kind of considered the weird era of games just because it was in that, like, weird transition from, like, 3D to, like, from 2D to 3D. So, like, the looks of the games don't look as good. They're blocky and everything. But there is a certain appeal to that, if that makes sense. I think my favorite era of graphically is 16-bit era. I don't know, I think that was just the right kind of look for a game, you know, a cartoony look. I don't know, I think so anyway. That's my favorite era of video game style. People are like, why don't you like modern games? Because they look realistic. Well, they do, but they're based more on realism, and most games I play are for fantasy. I want it to look different, you know. That's why the 16-bit era is one of my favorites. Hopefully you don't get stuck again. Ah, no, I fell down the whole thing. Ah, man. I was hoping not to actually fall down the whole freaking mountain. Because this probably was one of my least favorite plans to go to because of this. Really. No, what a chore. Chugging along. I choose you, Mako, to get me through this thing. But yeah, I wish more games or indie games try to master 16. There are a few companies that kind of like are trying to improve 16-bit sprite stuff. What's this beacon do? But not very many. Most people tend to like weirdly do 8-bit. I'm like, 8-bit's cool, and it was the first, but 16-bit was so much better. I remember the bit wars. ID tag recovered. Buried under the beacon was an identification tag for Captain Thayan. There's no indication of why it was in here or who buried it in the first place. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Okay. Next is the debris, and then the encounter, which you've already seen is already a enemy encounter. You'd already be... Oh, please don't get sucked again. I would hate to have that happen twice in an episode. That would be just embarrassing. Well, not for me, the game in general, in Mass Effect. I'm trying to make it appeal for people to buy the regular edition of the game and not the... I wonder if the Legendary Edition fixed all this. I don't know. I'll never know. I'm not going to buy it. I have this version. Although, the only bad thing about having this version and the way Xbox does DLC is that the DLC for this game didn't... It's installed on my disc, but it's the identification codes for the game aren't installed. So if I ever play this game and I'm not online, it won't recognize the DLC, so it won't let me use it. So, which is... Well, that sucks. So I'd have to like get the PC version of the original game, and hopefully I could hack the DLC into it. But yeah, that's the only problem with playing on the 360 version is that. And when I found that out, I found that out obviously before playing this, but I was like, really? I downloaded. Can't the identification codes be on the disc? Because you know, not everyone's gonna be online, and oh, it's the pod, but we're checking this part of the pod. Okay. But yeah, I bought the game. Can't you just like have an offline option for that DLC so I can still access it? Anyway, shock absorbers, toxic shields, and phasic rounds. Yeah, I don't like the fact that you have to be always online for a lot of things. Because like, what if you close the service? What if your internet goes out for a while because of storms or whatever, and you're trying to like, you know, kind of play your systems to kill time or something like that, and you can't get online, so forth and so on, and yeah, I hate that. I hate that. And there's still places in the country, and even in my country, that don't either don't have internet access or don't have good internet access. So it's like you're I don't know, just it's poor decision making. I think it's because they're like, we don't want people to, like, you know, if we put the data on the actual system, people will like steal it and sell it. I'm like, or whatever. It's like, people are gonna pirate no matter what you do. I'm sorry, you can't stop that. You know, like, all you can do is like either deter it slightly by making a better service, or just cut your losses, and hopefully the people who pirated your game eventually buy it because they either felt bad or they were just trying out the game beforehand. So that's why I'm not a big fan of certain DRMs, because sometimes they make playing the game worse. It's geth. It's like you didn't see that coming, but yeah, conveniently the place gets kind of flat when you're fighting geth. Anyway, we've got some turrets here. They can be dangerous, but luckily they only take a couple of cannon shots. I don't remember what they are if you get out of the vehicle, because usually with the turrets, I usually don't get out of the vehicle for that one, because those things if they hit you with one of your rockets, I think you lose like all of your shields, and might even die like instantly. It's pretty bad. But yeah, luckily oh no! What did you say, Tolly? I think she said like look out or something like that. Thing. I don't know. Sometimes sometimes your allies just scream random things. I'm like, what are you saying? Yeah, I keep getting hit by the freaking Colossus. Yeah, this one's kind of dangerous just because of all the Colossus that are here. I can't get a good angle on that turret. There we go. Ah, no. I have to back up for a bit, and we got a new level. I have to back up for a second so I can get this last little bit before we fight those Colossus. Or Colossi, I guess, in this case. Colossi. Oh, armature. Oh, that must be a different version of it. Oh, so there's Colossus and there's armature. Okay. I thought there was like a... Maybe I was calling you guys something else earlier, like not armor. Okay, at least these aren't Colossus. These are basically weaker versions of Colossus, basically. Yeah, technically this isn't supposed to be the first time we fight these things, if you're playing the game as, I guess how the game might have intended it for you, because I don't think the game intended you to like go all over the place. They probably intended you to do something maybe like, oh, I think she said like all clear or something like that. I think it's tended to do some of the planets first, like when they say go check out Liara's planet first or whatever, where she's at. That's probably where most people went the first time. I think I did that too. Oh wait, no, actually, no. If it was me, I would have explored everywhere first before that because I'm weird like that. I thought you could check one of the consoles here. Maybe I'm misremembering. Like just to say, hey, this was a trap, that type of thing. Well, let me take a quick look around just to make sure. I could have swore you could, like, check one of the things here. Huh. Yeah, alright. Because I know the whole thing was you were supposed to get attacked by the geth, but I thought like there would be a note here saying, oh, hey, this is just a geth attack or a geth like distraction or whatever. But no, nothing. It wouldn't let me scan it, so alright. Alright, well, we're done with that planet. Let's see, what's my time at? Ugh. Well, we'll see what let's see if we can do that. Well, at least one more planet, or at least half the planet, maybe call it a episode. We'll see. I don't mind doing a long episode every once in a while. You know, because at least I'm getting some action done. I mean, there have been quite a few episodes, well, not last couple, but quite a few episodes where it's just talking and like no action happening. So, trying to divvy it out a little bit. So, all right, we're done with Castman. So now we go to Vamshi. And then after we do that, we'll have I think this one's a pretty small area. Yeah, it's only got a couple of Maji is the one that has where we land on it, and there's no secret secret things, so we can just go to Pringles? Sulfur, huh? Yeah, it must smell like rotten eggs. Turian insignia recovered. While scanning the planet Pragal, you discovered several marker buoys obtained it. Orbiting it, sorry. Chief Engineer Adams securing some high-res optical images of the buoys, which appear to have been neglected for some time. Each one is marked with the Baetica colony insignia. Alright, and then Almos. I don't think there's anything on Almos, but hydrogen helium gas giant with traces of sodium darkening its atmosphere. I read that one because that's all there is to it. Yeah, I wonder if at some point some people just stopped giving descriptions of the planet, because there's quite a few in certain areas where it's only like a couple of lines and they're like, all right, we don't want to, we're done like giving every planet like a couple paragraphs, you know. Now, that was cool, just the way the stars look kind of almost reminds me of Mos Eisley from Star Wars. Huh. Whoa, 220 times the size of our standard sun. Sol is what they call the sun, and the Sol system is what they call the Earth galaxy, or in this game, thin atmosphere, huh? Cruel sport. Oh, they dump slaves and stuff with that. Ugh. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, that's unnecessarily cruel. Let's land on it, shall we? This one's got a few things too, but I'll try to get to the encounter first. Yeah, this one's another outpost. And we gain another level, so we had gained a level from before, so we should be able to beef up our characters even more. Unfortunately, we're doing a lot of it. I already did the big one inside the building, so oh well. I'd forgotten which one was the building one and which ones were the straight outposts, so if I had played it differently, I probably would have done every other planet and then done the building one, so that way Tali and Garrus would have been prepared. Okay, I need to start putting points in something so that way I'm actually taking a use. Well, I'm not getting out of the vehicle though, so it's not as important. Okay, so let's unlock sniper rifles for Garrus and put a point in that just to start getting that, so we can leave him on a. Oh, I could get assassination ready to go, because then he'll do like 50% more damage with a single shot. And usually our AI will usually hit their targets, like when they activate their abilities and stuff like that. And then maybe go for medium armor next time. Ooh. Yeah, we'll get assassination unlocked. Awesome. Now we can leave him on a sniper rifle for the rest of the game. Alright, Tali, we finally get you into AI advanced hacking, so now we can hack some of the more powerful. We can't get, I think she has to gain like, we have to gain like a couple more levels before Tali can get master hacking. But that does reduce, like, hacking does reduce her load times of all her abilities, so it's worth mastering, even if, you know, even just for that, even if you don't care about the hacking part of it. So yeah, that's making her awesome. Yeah, Tali, soon you'll be our glorious electronic angel. Alright, so I guess, let's see, where's the geth outpost? That is, that's one of the few times, oh, whoops, I'm looking at the wrong map. Okay, so yeah, the geth outpost is labeled there. It is faster to get the... Usually I would go for the outpost first, but all this stuff's pretty close. So let's go for the... that. Yeah, look at that. Just look at that. Oh, isn't that pretty? I mean, look at that, man. Sometimes you can just take a picture of that, man. Take a picture, it'll last longer. But no, that was awesome. I don't... you know... wish more games had more exploration. Well, I mean, there are games with exploration, like No Man's Sky, although I heard that game had some major issues before they finally cleaned it up. And that's all about exploring space. But I wonder how much you can make with space, like procedurals, before you start seeing reoccurring stuff. Because you can, I assume certain gaming programs can only pre-generate so much stuff before it gets before it starts getting repeated, you know. At least we're not at that point yet to where we can make artificial AI to pre-gen stuff like that super intelligent enough yet. I mean, we're getting there, but... Rare element surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of thorium. Yeah, what's the thorium with you? So next one is... see, there's a... oh, it even shows it. Never mind. That's a Turian insignia again. Actually, how much money do it? Well, I'll check that out later. We should be getting a decent amount of money from getting all this stuff now, so we should be starting to earn enough to maybe look into buying some equipment. We still don't have enough, obviously, for the Spectre gear, but we'll eventually earn enough from doing all this. Either that or selling a lot of the equipment. And I'll have to go through at some point, go over equipment off screen and get everyone kind of maxed out with the best gear they can, and then sell or Omni-gel the rest of it. I might, before I sell it, I might end up putting a couple points in Intimidate, just to get the improved, you can sell stuff better with it on. Ancient debris. As long as I leave one spot open for the last Intimidate, I'll be fine, because you get one last one. I believe it's 75% of whatever Intimidate or Paragon you're doing, or Paragon or Renegade. Turian insignia recovered. The strange-looking center has some ancient graffiti scribbled on it. It appears to be marked with the Edison Colony insignia. Anyway, more experience and money. Alright, next target. And that is... this over here. Oh, no, there is a second one. I forgot. I was looking in the wrong... Oh, well, I'll point that anyway, because we can already see it on the map, so the little question mark there. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, the way I'm, looking at this up here in a bit, eyes are a bit like, what the? Odd skull, huh? Yeah, I'm just ruining this ancient, fossil or whatever. Just by running all over it. Discovery. This massive skull is scored by deflecting mass-accelerated shots. The xenobiology files in your hardsuit computer can't identify the species. Must have been brought here from an unknown world. It might be a reference to something that I'm unaware of. Could be the Thresher Maw, maybe. Could be. I'm not sure. There are some references and jokes in this game that reference other sci-fi and stuff like that I might not catch all of it. So even as many times as I play this game, but I've never, even though I played this game a lot, I don't do I haven't done a ton of research into the background of this stuff, which is weird. You think with how many times I've played and liked this game, you think I would have done like a deep dive into the internet and learned everything about it. But I'm one of those types of people that'll just play it. They'll learn most of that stuff from the game, not from outside resources. I mean, if it was in like maybe like a book or something like that, then maybe. But I still haven't read the final book in the Mass. Well, actually, I think they had quite a few books after the ones I got. But I never read the 4th book, Mass Effect book, because it wasn't written by. I think I talked about this, but anyway, got shield battery and phasic rounds, nice. But Drew, it was when he left BioWare, so he stopped writing the books for it. And the 4th book I heard was like from, let's see, actually it is right about there, I think. It might be a bit lower, but as long as we're in the generator, we're fine. And then we'll hit a couple more, one more deposit after that one, and then do the geth base. But anyway, it wasn't written by Drew Kapushkin, which is fine. It could be written by different people. But it seems like the person who wrote the book did not even. It seems like he didn't even didn't even know anything about Mass Effect. He was just told to write a story in the universe. So there's like a lot of inconsistencies. Certain knowledge doesn't make sense that has already been established in either previous books or the games. And so people were just. People don't even talk about the stories. Apparently it wasn't interesting enough. But they talked about all the inconsistencies in the book and everything like that. I'm like, dude, if you're going to be writing a book for a sci-fi series, you better get your act together, because sci-fi fans are crazy with like details and stuff like that, which is, you should talk to any Star Trek fan. But I'm not as hardcore when it comes to like details like that, but it makes the world seem consistent and livable if you can keep your like what lore you have in it straight. The only time you can do something like that and get away with like changing the lore like that is if you're a comedy series, because then you can kind of make fun of that or whatever. Red Dwarf's a good example of that. Light metal surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of beryllium. Sorry. Yeah, they make a joke about like that all the time in that show. That was that was a funny show. Although it is supremely British, so if you're not into British humor, you might not like it. That reminds me, I need to go in and watch those again. I usually have an annual like watching of the whole series. The only thing I don't currently own is I don't own the last like movie they just did. Like I think it was like straight on TV or BBC or whatever. I'll have to see if I can find a DVD or Blu-ray of it somewhere to buy it. I don't know if you can buy it right now, but they've been doing kind of, not annual, but every once in a while they'll just do like kind of a movie in the universe of Red Dwarf, just kind of like, hey, we're still all alive, getting together, having some jokes, And it's kind of weird that the deposit is like right in the almost near the middle of the geth outpost. I think this geth outpost, if I remember, is up like a mountainside or something like that, so you have to fight all these posts while going up, I think. Yeah, I think so. You have to go up the mountain and fight the turrets. You could skip all of them, of course, but I'm gonna go back down and fight them as intended, just for funsies. Okay, let's grab this mineral deposit and then attack the base. Magnesium. Yeah, large deposit of magnesium. So let me get back. Yeah, like I said, you could skip all this, but that's precious experience. But yeah, see, there's a little. Yeah, see, there's like kind of a driveway up to the. Don't wanna keep my rear open. Get my rear in gear. I almost kind of want to get out of the ship and destroy it manually, just to see how much experience I get for destroying one of those. I'll see if I can do that. I just have to be careful though. If I don't get hit by like other get out of the vehicle. Oh wow, we get like double the experience. I usually don't get out of the vehicle to destroy turrets. Wow, I didn't realize how much extra experience you got for killing them manually and not with the Mako. I understand why they did that though, like why they give you less experience in the Mako, because you have this really powerful machine like at your beck and call, to take. Okay, yeah, it's worth like destroying that just to get double the experience. Holy cow! And that's obviously I'm getting more experience because of the 10% for reaching max level. This one I might not. We'll see what happens. I have to be careful about taking too much damage. And the Mako taking damage while I step out of the car. Get out of the car! Oh, nice. Hey, Monarch, I'm taking your fucking car. Oh, man. I need to watch that show again. I need to find some episodes of that. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, we took a bit of damage, but nothing too shabby. Get out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle. Actually, I'm kind of weird I can actually do toxic damage to that thing. You would think I wouldn't be able to do that to fleshy things, but whatever. Man. Did not. I think it's because, yeah, I think with the turrets, I never got out of the vehicles to destroy those. I only did it with regular geth, so that's why it surprised me with how much extra damage you get for these guys. So, alright, let's, yeah, I'm not gonna step out of the vehicle for these guys. Well, I mean, I could, but on veteran mode, I have to be a bit more careful. And this ain't even the harder difficulty either. There we go. Oh, and we got the. Oh, did it already drop it? Okay. Well, anyway, we got a Colossus. Colossus! Roar! I don't even think I could pull off that roar he does in the game without throwing my voice out. You know that or whatever. I might see if I could. I might get a little cocky and get out of the vehicle and see if I can kill him without a. He'll prepare me for later on anyway. Whoa. Okay. Garrus, do that. Oh yeah, I need to get a barrier up. I don't think at least she already tried to use AI hacking on him. Well, overload still hurts. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, all my powers don't really work on him. So, oh well. It's because he's a boss, basically. I mean, you're supposed to fight this guy in the Mako. That's how you're supposed to do this. So, wow, he's like doing nothing to us. Actually, I'm not really using my abilities right. I should have used Warp like at the very beginning.
Strange. I expected one of these outposts to be the main base of operations for this incursion.
Hold on. This receiver's picking up some kind of transmission. Based on the signal strength, I'd say it's coming from inside this star cluster.
It must be a message from the primary geth base. We can use the signal to lock onto its location and take them out. It must be a message from the primary geth base. We can use the signal to lock onto its location and
yeah,
take
you
them
get,
out.
like, weirdly enough, if you kill it inside the vehicle, now I'm trying to remember, I think you get kicked out of the vehicle to have that conversation, but I'm not quite sure. It's been forever since I've stepped out of the vehicle to destroy the thing. It's almost like the game expected you to do that. I don't think there's actually anything here. I don't know why I'm walking around, because most of these places don't. You're just supposed to destroy the geth and that's it. There's no like actual treasure chest or anything like that. But anyway, we get a bunch of experience for killing the Colossus outside of it, and we got that little extra dialogue to see them, even though all it is just their heads moving and stuff like that. So all right, I think that's it. Let me double check. Yes. So, and let me show you, because they talked about how that should have been the final base, but that wasn't. So, let me just show you what what's going on with that. So, I think I talked about this earlier by spoiling it a little bit, but if we go back outside, we have a new place to check. Grisham, yeah. As soon as you defeat all the Uncharted Geth incursion missions, you unlock the Grissom area, so now you can finally finish off the Ewan's Uncharted mission for the Alliance. Will we be able to get to Grisham with our body intact and the Geth dead? Find out next time in the next episode of Mass Effect. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.